it's hard when you have everyone attacking you to like stand up and say, I don't want to deal with this, because nobody wants to deal with this backlash. And I don't blame them. What I'm going through is hell. And it has literally brought me to my knees, to the point that on Wednesday night, I really was feeling suicidal and was at a breaking point where I truly felt like, because Keemstar went at me again, then I got accused of striking people, which I didn't. I'm still being accused of all of these crimes. And I'm literally at this point where no matter what I say, nobody believes me.
What is that?
Okay. No matter what I say, nobody will believe me. And I literally like felt like I want to end my life. Because, I mean, think of that. Like, and that's why I said, like, I understand why James Charles felt that way, because what I'm going through happened to James Charles, and the same person was involved. And I don't think anyone understands that the same person is involved. That's a big deal, you know? And it wasn't true when it happened to him, and it's not true when it's happening to me. And I also I'm a small creator, so there's 9 million people that are going to automatically hate me. And who does that? Who creates their own mess by uploading a video, creates their own chaos through business transactions, through treating creators poorly, for getting involved with people, who has their own problematic history, who has a zillion reasons for why they're not on YouTube, who has who has blamed all these other people for her problems, and suddenly I'm the person that caused all of these issues? You guys, you have to think with your heads. That's simply not true. Yes. In the past, have I not understood copyright strikes? Yes. But I don't misuse those today. And I did not strike those channels. I issued a privacy complaint because they published an email that they did not have the consent to publish that contained my private business information. And business information is private. Like, even though I have a public platform, what I'm doing offline in my business is not for the public. And it felt like all they had to do, it wasn't a strike, literally all they had to do, if they followed it, was blur it out. That's it. Like, if they were showing the email, all they would have had to do is blur it out. That's all it is. It's not a strike. It's just a request to like correct some information. Somebody feels like their privacy has been violated, which I did. And I knew that reaching out to both of these creators, they wouldn't take it down, because every time I've asked anyone to take it down, they won't. It's fine. Like, if her fans and subscribers still want to hate me, that's totally fine. We don't share the same community. I get it. But I did not dox somebody that's put out their own information, whose information is on a public website. Unirock is the one that blasted it everywhere, because he apparently, in my belief, had an agenda to prove to these people that he wasn't biased. And I also believe that Unirock has been using my name for clout, for money, and for a year. All of his videos are basically about me, and he hasn't stopped. He was the one that told me to reach out to Creepshow to begin with. So part of me just wonders if Unirock all along was trying to facilitate a conflict between Creepshow and I for views, which happens all the time. Like, I'm starting to think that he was in her ear as well as me being in my ear, and that the two of us, he was feeding her stuff, telling her one thing and telling me another thing. I mean, he's telling me I'm going to make this video that shows that she's lying about other creators, and then he's also telling her things. That's pretty slimy. And I would just hope that, like, if you're watching people's channels that are accusing me of being a serial killer, you just remember, like, nobody, that's just like ludicrous and crazy. Like, just consider the source, you guys. That's what I have had to, like, I've spent a lot of time reading about how to manage criticism. And the one thing I'm telling myself right now is consider the source. And my sources say that I'm none of these things. And hopefully one day you'll see that. Hope you guys understand that if I've offended you in the past, I'm sorry. If you see something I've made that makes you feel upset, I'm sorry. I always strive to do better. I'm not a perfect person.